What I really love, my favorite statement is men don't get as much scrutiny as women.
Your favorite topic, feminism. Very pro-feminism at Real Faith. Just kidding. Feminism has promised women that they could have it all: careers, fame, power, families, and husbands who serve their ambitions.
And divorce.
Yeah.
That you can have it all.
You can have it all.
Yeah.
But now the same women who preached that message are miserable. It didn't deliver. And nowhere is that clearer than Mrs. Curry and Taylor Swift. So we wanted to show you a couple clips. We'll start with Mrs. Curry, and then we'll move to Taylor Swift. So let's roll the clip.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like, did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
She just seems like a respectful, submissive, just joy of a wife.
And I just want to publicly tell her that, our thoughts and prayers are with you. I mean, to have to endure a husband with a guaranteed $200 million income, 4 children, and a lavish lifestyle, I can't imagine the trauma that comes with that and the need for ongoing, constant therapy to just process the difficulty of someone else driving your car, washing your clothes, cooking your food, bathing your children, and listening to your drivel. It's a lot. I mean, there was a generation of men that went to war. They have no idea what this woman is dealing with.
No idea. And in the words of her husband, that sounds pretty effing stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting it.
Yeah, I'm just quoting him. And if we're voting, yeah, I know the staff. And they claim both to be Christians, which is really kind of sad. But what I really love, my favorite statement is men don't get as much scrutiny as women. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Because, men are brutal and ruthless to each other. Uh-huh. And even brutal, ruthless men are not as bad to women.
Yeah. No.
And then she's like, the looks. Well, this is the problem. You care, which means you're the weaker person.
Sure. And I wonder who's worked harder to get where they are, Steph Curry or her.
Well, so this is what's wild. So feminism originally said women should be free to do what they want. Now it's like feminism now says all women need to hate femininity, and they need to hate faith and motherhood and marriage and family. And what's wild in this too is this presumption and assumption of every woman. I'm a mother. If I wasn't, I would be running a Fortune 5 company. Maybe not, because honestly, if 4 kids have completely crushed you, a company may not be the next best step in the career path. Right? Because you know that she's got nannies. So like if you can't manage 4 kids with a nanny, you may not be ready to be a CFO.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And it's kind of gross she's saying this so publicly.
Well, it's
her daughter's going to grow up.
And like, I ruined my mother's life. But here's the deal.
That's the message.
It's like you didn't need to get married.
No.
You know, this was not a prearranged Muslim teen bride situation.
No.
You didn't have to get pregnant. Like, I got pregnant. I did not know. Well, most of us know how this happens, and it's not from arm wrestling, you know. So this was not some sort of tragic accident. And then the child came so fast. There is a very well-established time period by which the child comes. So this doesn't sneak up on you. And then once you have 4 kids, you repeated the process. Yeah. And so, you know, this almost, I'm a victim. It's just sad because how many women out there, they're like, I wish my husband was faithful to me. I wish my husband was a Christian, which Steph Curry claims to be. I wish my husband was a good provider. I wish my husband was encouraging of me to make our children my priority. I mean, there is a parade of women who are like, okay, you're complaining about the dream come true.
100%. 100%. And you've talked a lot about the Jezebel spirit, and it feels like there is a demonic spirit behind feminism in general, lying to young women.
This is complete deception. So this is the most progressive, liberal, brainwashed generation of women in the history of America. It's also perhaps the most conservative generation of young men. So I don't know who these guys are going to marry. And what you're seeing is that even a recent survey indicated that for young men, the thing that is driving them toward marriage that they would think that would make their life most successful would be being a good father. And for women, out of the 13 things that could make your life meaningful, valuable, and purposeful, being a mother was 12 out of 13. Ugh. And what I would say is, so it says in Corinthians, well, let me just give you some Bible since we'll just offend everybody. It says that it's not good for the man to be alone, that the woman is the helper.
Yep.
So she doesn't get to come to the man and say, hey, this is my hopes, dreams, aspirations, and career. She needs to find a man, and he needs to have a calling on his life. And then she needs to say, I want to help you do that, or not. This is where Paul says, I think it's in 1 Corinthians 11, he says the man was not made for the woman was made for the man. Meaning the man's the leader, the woman is the helper.
Yeah.
And if you don't like where your husband is going or what he's doing, or a man, don't make him your husband.
Yeah.
Don't marry him.
Yeah.
Don't marry him and be the ball and chain dragging behind his life. Like when I met Grace, I wasn't a Christian. I became a Christian. God spoke to me and said I was going to be a pastor. So I went to Grace and I was like, okay, here's my plan.
Yeah.
I want to get married. I want to have a lot of kids. I want a big family. I can't wait to be a dad. I want a lot of grandkids someday. So we're there. It's awesome. I'm going to be a pastor and teach the Bible. And my primary focus is going to be men and young men. So that's what I'm doing. Do you want to do that or not?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's what I'll do. Yeah. So we're doing it together. If she would have said, I don't want to be a pastor's wife, or I don't want to have kids, I would have said, I won't date you or marry you.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just trying to accommodate you. I'm trying to build a life with you. And if you're the biggest barrier and obstacle to the calling on my life, you can't be my wife.
Yeah.
And let me say this to the single guys. 2 train tracks never works. It's like, well, she's got her life and I got my life, and she's got her God and I got my God. She's got her career and I got my career. Eventually those 2 train tracks, they end in divorce and you go completely separate directions. The only way marriage works, you're both on the same track.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that young Christian women can't be strong, because like Ashley's very, very strong.
Oh, I know. I've been praying for you since she was little.
No, I know. Keep praying.
And my wife is strong.
Yeah.
This morning, she wore me out. There's a few things I need her to do. And she's like, nope. And I'm like, all right. The Bible does say, wives, submit to your husbands. I know it's like a bar of soap, and if I use it too much, I don't have any. But like, I have a very strong wife.
Yeah. And I do as well. I don't know where she got it.
Yeah.
She like flirted with it looking like feminism when we were first, when I was trying to date her for 6 years. But it was really just, she couldn't find a man that she would respect to lead her. And so young men need to be strong and godly and be able to lead, because you need to be respectable.
Yeah.
And then the young Christian woman needs to be willing to follow. They need to find a man they respect and follow. But that doesn't mean feminism. It doesn't mean you need to go get a career and go do your own thing and spend your 20s figuring all that out and then figure out having kids way too late.
Well, it says in Genesis that the woman was made from the side of the man. And feminism is like, she should be out front and he should, just get a women's studies degree and be castrated and, I don't know, do cat therapy for a living and just follow her lead. Chauvinism is the man is domineering, overbearing. He's a jughead, and he's not considerate of the woman. He's not affectionate toward her. He's not generous toward her. Christianity is not about feminism or chauvinism. It's about something called complementarianism, and that is the man and the woman are like a left hand and a right hand. They're different, but they complement. They don't compete. They complete.
Yep.
They work together. So the woman comes from the side of the man because they're equals and partners, and the two become one, the Bible says. So that's one last name, one bank account, one God, one church, one family, one aspirational goal to glorify God in life. And for the young women, the Bible doesn't say women submit to men. The Bible says this is only husbands and wives. It's one man. So you don't respect men, you don't listen to men, you don't follow men. You wait for one man that you trust.
Yeah.
And that he proves trustworthy, and you respect him because he's respectable. Because let me say this, unless you're going to be alone for the rest of your life, you need to trust somebody.
Yeah. 100%.
And marriage is all about trust, and it's waiting for the one person you trust.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I'll say this too, but like in marriage, that in a good, healthy marriage, this means when the husband and wife disagree, that it is the husband who's trying to take better care of his wife than she takes care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
So like the big arguments Grace and I've had in marriage are usually, I want to give something to her or do something for her that she feels is too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honey, no, you need this car. You need this break.
Yeah.
You need this help. You need this. And so I'm going to provide for you. And she's like, no, I don't feel right about that. It feels too much. Like, well, I'm trying to take better care of you. And so submission is not always, I'm going to take advantage of you. Sometimes submission is, I'm actually going to take better care of you than you take of you.
Yep. Yeah. When I met Ashley, I mean, you were trying to take care of her when she was at college, but she didn't really want your help. And then I tried to help. She'd like bike to her college classroom in 120-degree weather, and then she would just like throw up. And she worked 6 jobs, which she didn't need to do. Like women don't necessarily take the best care of themselves, and they need it.
Well, I was like, I'm putting money in her account. She won't spend it.
No. Yeah, she's like the worst example of. Yeah,
we both love her. She's doing great. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna get married, then be a wife.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be a wife, don't get married. Thanks for watching this video. It's a great honor to help you learn the Bible. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I promise you there'll be more to come.